Guys, this is absolutely wild. Kamala Harris recently is going underwater because some people in the crowd were yelling out something like Jesus is Lord, Christ is King, and she ends up saying this crazy stuff. So buckle up, get your seatbelts on. And I also have a video of when JD Vance, when someone said Christ is King or Jesus is Lord, to see what he says. And also, we're going to be interviewing the people who got kicked out for saying Jesus is Lord. Let's get into it.
Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade, and they did as he intended. Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally.
Wow, so they say Jesus is Lord. You can't hear it here. I have a different video to show you guys that and it's wild. You say Jesus is Lord. Wow, and everyone goes crazy and she just like, bye.
No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.
Wow. Isn't that crazy though, just to be like, when people say Jesus is Lord, what do you want, like more Christians to vote for you? I feel like this is just gonna make less Christians vote for you, to be honest. Which is just crazy to me to think, like, why would you say that? But now I have a video of a better it's a better one to show you what they actually say. It's hard to hear there. I'm gonna put this on. Here it is. So it says Jesus is Lord. Christ is King. That's crazy, and they got kicked out. Let's see it again. You clearly say Jesus is Lord there. And then they kick him out here. So now I have a video of JD Vance, when someone says Jesus is King here.
Anti-Christian rhetoric and anti-Christian approach to public policy. I don't think that we've, that's right, Jesus is King, and I don't think that we've seen.
See how people, that's crazy. Wow. They say Jesus is King, he's like, yeah, that's right, Jesus is King. Woo, people go crazy and wild. Like the complete opposite. Like, why wouldn't they don't even pretend like they don't even want Jesus. And it's in Wisconsin too.
I don't think that we've seen anything like this in modern American politics.
Are just like denying Jesus, and they seem like they're going against Christian values. And I'm not saying Republicans did do the best either, but it's just wild to see the difference. I know Republicans have their problems too. Okay, I'm not like saying that everything is amazing about Republicans and you should vote Republican or Democrat or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. So now there's an interview of the people who got kicked out, and I would love to show you guys.
Luke, I'll start with you. Just take us into that moment. What happened yesterday? We see the video clip. Is there anything more you can tell us about what you guys had to say and what happened afterwards from that video?
Thank you. Yeah, it's great to be here. I would say the first thing I want to bring up, this is our first time taking an interview with anybody, and I think it's important because this is our raw, like, untold story. There's a lot that happened off camera that we said at the protest, while we were protesting. And I guess we could start off with when after she talked about overturning Roe v. Wade and Donald Trump, I yelled out to the crowd that abortion is the sacrament of Satan. And when I said that, I deeply do believe that as a Christian. And about 10 seconds go by, and that's when the video of my friend Grant and I proclaiming that Christ is Lord and Jesus is King, when we said that. And I think it's important to say this is a small venue, and we were about 20 to 30 yards away from Kamala at this point. There's a lot of controversy that says she wasn't talking to us, or we left, we didn't get kicked out. Well, I can speak on Grant and I's behalf. On video, Grant's getting pushed and shoved, and there's about 5 seconds after or before she tells us to go to the smaller rally down the street. You can see on the video she waves. She was actually waving to me, I took this cross off my neck that I wear, and as we were getting asked to leave, I held it up in the air and waved at her and pointed to her, and she looked directly in the eye, kind of gave me an evil smirk, and yeah, I just want to clear that up and confirm that
That's
she
crazy.
100% was.
Dang, she was looking at him and waving goodbye. That's crazy. So the speculation she wasn't hearing. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, abortion is evil. It's literally human sacrifice in today's age, and we try to justify it.
To us.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other controversy that says we left. We were getting shouted at, pushed, assaulted, screamed at. So we were walking away, but there was about 3 attendees there, volunteers, that kicked us out with badges or whatever they had. And I specifically remember this one man saying, "You were uninvited and unwelcome to this event. You need to leave." And all they did was walk us out the door. They didn't tell us why. No cops escorted us out. No Secret Service. And yeah, that's our story.
So where was this event held exactly?
This was held in our University of La Crosse's gym. So
did you pay tuition to go to the university?
I do pay tuition to go to the school, but this was a free event. This is in a really small venue. They only said there was about 2,500 people there, which when she told us to go to a smaller rally down the street, I didn't really think that for a political rally there could be smaller than 2,500 people.
But you were allowed to be there. You paid.
Wow. Yeah, it was just like a public thing at La Crosse. I'm from Wisconsin, and I don't live there now, but I know how small La Crosse is. It's a small university, not very big.
To be there,
yes,
basically.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Grant, I want to get your point of view from there. So, is there anything you want to add to Luke's story? And what did it feel like? I mean, she basically said, you said, or Grant said something about, or Luke said something about Jesus, right? Jesus is King, Jesus is Lord. And she said, "You're not welcome here." I mean, I want to know what you felt in that moment, and if there's anything you want to add to his story.
First of all, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Charlie, for having us. We're very blessed to be here. We were very blessed to speak on the national stage. It's important that we get our message out in any way possible. First of all, we didn't really intend on, going at any people. People online were calling us MAGA fascists. That was never our intention going to this rally. We were only here to protest our faith, and we did so. We never expected this to grow as large as it was. Essentially, she was speaking, and we decided to say, "Christ is King, Jesus is Lord." And we got a lot of backlash. As you can see in that firsthand video, I was pushed by an elderly woman. We were heckled at, we were cursed at, we were mocked. And that's the biggest thing for me personally, in reflection of the event. Jesus was mocked, his disciples were mocked, and that's okay. In reality, we did God's work, and we were there for the right reasons, and God is watching us in this moment. I'm all about being a cordial person, no matter your beliefs, but I do believe that we were sent there by God, and I do believe this timing, 18 days before the election, is imperative for young Americans and first-time voters like myself to understand that this is what you are going to get with a Kamala Harris presidency.
That's wild. I really hope that we can just have a country that we can freely worship Jesus and not worry about crazy things happening. And I believe, they could have just said Jesus is Lord, and someone said, okay, and that's it. Not making a big deal about it, but they did. They made a big deal about it, and it is what it is. And I encourage you guys to go to Jesus today. We live in crazy times. We live in a crazy world, and I hope you know that Jesus does love you, and he's longing to have a relationship with you, even if you have done bad things, and even if you maybe have aborted a baby before. And I encourage you to know, Jesus still loves you, and he's wants to have a relationship with you, and he forgives sins. We've all sinned. We've all fallen short of God's glory. Doesn't mean it's obviously right, but go to God today. He loves you. Anyway, guys, in the description below, you can click to follow Jesus for the first time if you've never done it before. I encourage you to do that today. And also, guys, comment down below your thoughts on this, whatever that may be. I'd love to hear them. And thank you so much for watching. You might like one of these videos here. Peace.